Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning. Good afternoon and good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Pascal Show. Hope you guys are all doing well out there. Hope this show finds you in great spirits, as it should. We got a little bit of a story we got to talk about, a little case we got to talk about. This is crazy. I'm still kind of surprised about this, still trying to wrap my mind around this whole thing. There's a lot of rumors that have been flying all over the place, and I don't even know. I'm still trying to find out what is actually the truth here and what's fake news, right? We got a lot to break down. There's a lot to discuss. Missed you guys yesterday, but actually didn't miss you guys. I'll explain why in a second, okay? I mean, I did, but I didn't, because I was on. I just wasn't live, you feel me? We're going to talk about that in a second, okay? But, again, something interesting went down in this situation, and we have got to get down to the nitty-gritty. We got to talk about this. We got some other things we got to talk about. There's some other updates revolving around Diddy and all that as well. We're going to be talking about that very, very shortly. Well, not on this show, but in another show very, very soon. But I wanted to get on here and break this story down because this is crazy. This is crazy. What is going on? Man, hold on. What's going on with the world today? Really, what's going on, y'all? Before we go into all the hit the likes and all that, all that BS, we're going to get into that here in a second. But what I'm saying is like, what is really going on? What is going on? What is going on? Things are getting weird. Dangerously weird. What's going on? And then also I really want to know what's really going on with this particular situation. Because there's so many things that have been flying around, so many rumors, so many people saying one thing, some people saying others, so on and so forth. I am very, very curious as to what the hell is really going on here. So we have got to get into this, okay? The world is going down in a barrel of burning cat piss. I've always said that as of late, and it seems like that really is what's going on. It's the only phrase I can say. The world is going down in a barrel of burning cat piss. Really, it really is. It's crazy. But do me a favor. As we all watch this world burn, incinerate, hit that like button down below. You know what I mean? Get comfortable on your couch, sit next to me while we share a bowl of buttery popcorn and watch this dumpster fire in 4K in slow-mo. Okay? So hit that like button down below. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms. That'd be greatly appreciated. Okay? Don't forget to hit that follow button. Follow me on my platforms, please and thank you. I see you guys watching on the TikTok. Show some love. Follow me here. All right? Please and thank you. I'm trying to get to 20K. It's a simple ask. So, share some love. Show some love. Share this feed too if you're watching on any of these platforms, okay? Hit that follow button on Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram. Show some love there too. Don't forget to subscribe here on the main channel. Go to my secondary channel. Crush that subscribe button over there, the Pascal Show clips. This is the reason why I said I didn't miss you guys yesterday, because I did put up some videos yesterday on the second channel. Yeah, your daddy was still working. And he was putting up content on the secondary channel. So if you're like, oh, I miss Pascal, where is he? You should have gone over to the secondary channel, because we did drop some serious stuff on the Pascal Show clips. And we're going to be dropping some serious stuff over the next couple days. Get ready, because it's about to get crazy on this channel and on the secondary channel. So make sure you subscribe to both of them, please, and thank you. Now, don't forget, hit that join button down below. Become a member. Please and thank you. Just hit the join. The purple lights don't pay themselves. You know what I mean? It's hard out here in these streets, giving you the consistent stories and content. So please hit that join button down below. You can support even further by going to Patreon. Patreon.com/The Pascal Show. Become a patron, or go over to my my merch page, pascalmerch.com. Go check out the amazing stuff that we have over there too. Okay, we got some really great t-shirts, hoodies, custom tie-dyed stuff, etc. Go check it out. We got some great stuff over there. Okay, all right. I'm done promoting. Let's get straight into this. Okay, guys, we got some things we got to get into. And I'm still, like I said, I am still trying to understand fully what the hell is going on with this situation right here. What in the hell is going on? A sheriff pulled the trigger and unalived a judge in Kentucky. Yes, I'm not joking. This is a true story. This is literally what's going on right now as we speak out in I forgot the name's town. It's White something, Kentucky. Don't worry, we're going to be getting into some articles and they're going to explain everything to us as well. But allegedly, this sheriff spoke to, I guess, his secretary, or somebody asked to speak with him in his chambers. This sheriff walked into the chambers. Allegedly, there was a Whitesburg, Kentucky. They allegedly had some sort of altercation, or some sort of, not altercation, but a yelling match was going on. And then loud noises of bangs, like gunshots, rang out. And the sheriff walked out with his hands up, ready to surrender to police. This is the wildest thing. And there's been a lot of allegations on both of these men. There's been allegations of the judge really being into some unthinkable things with littles. But then they're also alleging that this sheriff is actually very corrupt as well. Now, I don't know. We're still going to look into that stuff. We're still trying to find out what's going on with that as well. But again, these two men allegedly were very corrupt. And the thing is here's what's interesting too. And I'm just getting all the speculations and the rumors out the way, because I don't know what really went down here. Okay. And of course, law enforcement is doing everything they can to get as much of the information as they can. But they allegedly say that the sheriff got all upset, understandably, if this is the case. He got upset about the judge having eyes, allegedly, for the sheriff's daughter, who happens to be a little. Like I said, this is some crazy stuff. This is some wild stuff. And again, this is what the rumor mill is saying out here in these streets. Now, of course, let me just show you. I'm going to get ahead of myself a little bit, because that's what I always do, right? But I do want to share this with you. Hold on. I thought I downloaded it, but I didn't. Let me share with you guys. I'm getting straight to it. All right. Let me just get straight to it. Okay. Let's get straight to it. But they're allegedly saying, this is what's being said here. Okay. A sheriff M'd a judge. This is bonkers. Then somebody else said, y'all better stop messing with our children. Locals are saying the judge was infamous there for messing with littles that happened to be female. The judge was R-ing his underage daughter. I have no sympathy for him. If the rumors about the judge are true, then the sheriff should be given an award instead of being arrested. Let me just do this, because I have to. We got to do at least one a show. Okay? Just once. But still, this is the rumor mill talking. This is the rumor mill. Okay? Crazy stuff. They're saying. Locals are saying judge was infamous for messing with littles of the female kind. The judge, now they're saying the judge was, and this is what is being alleged out here. Now, what's interesting is, if this is true, and of course, I'm getting ahead of myself, and I will bring that back up again here in a little bit after we get more information, as we get through some of these videos. They got a press conference, of course. We have some articles, etc. Okay, but let's be real. Now, if this sheriff walked into the room, cool, calm, and collected, then they had a shouting match, and then all of a sudden, bang, 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 and he walked out with his hands up, knowing that he did something wrong. This obviously was premeditated, in my personal opinion. 2, there had to have been something going on that would garner this man to do what he did. Let me just say this. Of course, we don't know everybody's mental health when everything goes down. This could have been a situation where he just wanted to unalive the judge for the sake of unaliving the judge. And there's some sort of mental health situation going on. Like he had a mental break and his mind was set on taking this man out for no reason other than just to take this man out. Or, and this is the side I'm on, the other one, this one right here, or he had a vendetta. He was trying to exact some sort of revenge, some sort of street justice. Think about it. There's some sort of street justice going on here. And I think, of course, I'm saying all this stuff before we get into the articles and all that, but I do believe that this sheriff felt like he had to take matters into his own hands, like he was John Wick, and bring a little street justice in his own mind by doing what he did to this alleged judge. Now, let me just say this. Whether you think that is justified, okay? Whether you think that that is justified or you think it's not justified, it doesn't matter. The man is locked up now. He will be arraigned at some point. I'm sure he's going to be making a court appearance soon. Maybe today, maybe Monday. But isn't that interesting? I think, wouldn't he be one of the judges to arraign him if he did do this crime? You see what I'm saying? So he unalived a judge that would possibly arraign him if he was still alive. Ain't that wild? Because from my understanding, Whitesburg is a pretty small town. Okay? And he really did try that in a small town. He did try that in a small town. Oh, my Lord. That's crazy, right? This is crazy. So, of course, and I agree. I agree, Blue Peach. I agree. The details will be most definitely interesting when all the information does drop. But if this is a situation where he found out that this judge was doing something really bad to his own daughter, I'll ask you, obviously we don't know everything yet. Do you believe this is justified or not? Something to think about. This makes me think of that movie and that book, A Time to Kill. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. You know what I mean? Samuel L. Jackson, Matthew McConaughey. It does make you think about that a little bit. Just a little bit, at least to me. But the sheriff pulled the trigger on the judge, and the rumors are flying like crazy in this small town. So let's get into some stuff. We got some articles we're going to take a look at here, okay? Now he's being charged with M after district judge is found gone in his chamber. And again, I'm wondering what the hell is going on. So a Kentucky judge was unalived in his chambers on Thursday, so yesterday, and a sheriff has been charged with M. We got to use these code words, unfortunately, guys, okay? These are the breaks. So let me blow this up. I'm trying a new layout, okay? Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Okay, so moving on. Trying out a new layout. So let me know if you guys like it. Give me hit the number 1. I know you guys can't see this on the TikTok, but on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching this show, trying out a new layout. If you like it, give me hit the number 1. I know it kind of covers some of the copy, but at the same time, trying a new layout here as far as the cameras and stuff. So let me know. Hit the number 1 if you like it, all that stuff. But let's get into this. All right. So they say State Auditor of Public Accounts of the Commonwealth identified the deceased as District Judge Kevin Mullins. So Kentucky State Police Trooper, this is crazy, Matt Gayheart said during a press conference, which we are going to be listening to the press conference, and it's really short. This is so you know, ma'am, this is really short. This press conference is going to be really short. This is what happened, ma'am, and that's all it is. That's what he kind of sounds like. He was a bass in Glee Club when he was in high school, for sure. But moving on, he says in a press conference that officers received a call about shots being fired inside this courthouse shortly before 3 p.m. He says multiple law enforcement agencies from around the area, along with emergency services, responded to the area and located District Judge Kevin Mullins with several GSWs. Life-saving measures were taken, however, were unsuccessful. He was pronounced deceased on the scene by the coroner's office. According to Gayheart, a preliminary investigation showed that Letcher County Sheriff Sean Steins, 43 years old, allegedly pulled the trigger on Mullins, who is 54 years old, following an argument inside the courthouse. While Gayheart said that officials have not learned of a motive and the investigation remains ongoing, at least as of last night, I'm sure there's more. I mean, shoot, we waltzing into the middle of the day right now. I'm sure Steins has spoken up at least a little bit by now on why he did what he did. So hopefully there'll be more information and more updates about this here soon. But he confirmed that Steins was arrested on the scene without incident shortly after officials arrived. Like I said, he talked to whoever he had to talk to about maybe, seeking audience with this judge, okay, with Mullins, who is right here. They let him into the chambers. Apparently they had an argument. And then all hell broke loose. And then apparently the sheriff just walked out with his hands up. That's it. He walked in, had a conversation, turned into a screaming match, and then bang, bang. And then he walked out and he goes, hey, I know I did what I did. I'm turning myself in. Does that seem like something where it's a mental health break, meaning that he just woke up one day and just chose violence for no reason? Or did he wake up and choose violence today for a specific reason? To me, I think there's something very specific here. I don't think he just did this because it just felt like hurting somebody today. Nah, I think he said he did what to my child? Oh, he gonna be seeing me in the heater in about 5 seconds. That's what I think. But let's continue on. Again, my theory could be absolutely wrong. And of course, this is what the screets, at least the small town screets, are saying right now as well. Okay. And yes, this could very well be someone trying to make right for S crimes that were committed by somebody else who happens to be, allegedly, could possibly be the judge of their small town. That's crazy, right? Look, I mean, if it's true, that's some scary stuff. And by day, he's pushing the law. By night, he's doing these unthinkable things. And of course, this particular officer found out and he wasn't very happy about this. So Sheriff Steins was placed under arrest and transported to a correctional facility. He was charged with 1 count of M in the first degree. So this trooper also confirmed the news in a press release as well. And I'll probably pull that up here in a second. So according to to the county's website, Mullins presided over the 47th District Judicial District, which oversees ordinances misdemeanors, violations, traffic offenses, probate of wills, arraignments, felony probable cause hearings, small claims involving $2,500 or less, civil cases involving $5,000 or less, voluntary or involuntary mental commitments, and cases relating to DV and A. So Kentucky Governor Bashar also reacted to this situation, saying, sadly, I've been informed that a district judge in Letcher County was hit and unalive in his chambers this afternoon. There is far too much violence in the world, and I pray there is a path to a better tomorrow. Now, and of course, I've been saying this as well. It has been absolutely crazy out here in these streets. Everyone's all sitting here going, oh yeah, first things first. Let's just grab the pew and start squeezing the trigger, and then we ask questions later. No, don't. This is not something that you should be doing. You do not take the law. You are not Judge Dredd, especially when you are a sheriff. You are the person who is enforcing the law. You should be the absolute pillar of that saying and that thought and that practice and the procedural side of the law, right? When you're going to push and get justice for these monsters and evildoers that are out here in these streets. You don't just take law into your own hands and act like this is the doggone wild, wild west, where you're the sheriff and, some people die out here in the wild, wild west and some people live. No, that's not how you do it. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Moving on, Kentucky Supreme Court Chief Justice Lawrence Van Meter wrote in a Facebook statement that he was shocked by this act of violence and the court system is shaken by the news. Following this unbelievable tragedy, our office will collaborate with Commonwealth's attorney for the 27th Judicial Circuit, Jackie Steele, as special prosecutors in this case. We will fully investigate and pursue justice. Now, like I said, it is pretty crazy to me that, for example, this is the sheriff right here. Okay. Sheriff Sheriff Steins. And what's crazy to me is, like I said, if any of this is true, if any of this is remotely true, this man took the law into his own hands and then he did what he did. And let me repeat this again. You shouldn't be doing something like this. Clearly, this is not good. Now, I get some people out here believe in street justice. If, again, let me repeat this, if the allegations that are out here are true, if the allegations are true, and this isn't just somebody who just wanted to unalive this person just because he just wanted to unalive a person. If this is street justice, this was wrong. And I get some people feel like street justice is justified, but it's not. It's not. Because the other reason why I say this is if Mullins, this man right here, in fact, let me just pull up their photo right here. If Judge Mullins was actually an absolute monster. Now, here it is. Let's think about this. Oh, and here it is though. Mom Life, you are not wrong. You are not wrong. If these allegations are true, and this is a situation that if I flipped it around and if it was on my own kid or anything of that sort, oh yeah, most definitely, gut reaction, knee-jerk reaction. I'm out the door. You know what I'm saying? But I know for a fact that there's another side of me that's sitting there going, well, is that just? Because you got to think about this. This is the reason why I say this. Because I get it. I'd be Woo! I'd be heated if that was the case. More than heated, man, the whole world would be on fire with my anger. Okay? That whole you would know that I was there. You would know that I was there too. Okay? Trust and believe. But let me just say this real quick. You taking this man, say this man did what he did. Say that this rumor is true. Say that the small town rumors are absolutely indeed 110% true. You got to look at this situation like it's Diddy as well. What if this judge, if it's true, did this to more kids? What if this judge did a lot more than what we know? By you erasing this person off this planet, he could be the gatekeeper. He could have connections to other situations. There could be other victims out there that need justice exacted as well. There could be other people that could be involved with this stuff too. God only knows. I mean, this could literally be at the smallest level. This could literally be low level, just a piece of trash, allegedly. Let's just say that again. Allegedly a piece of trash doing some unthinkable thing. If that is the case, still, no matter what, there are other kids out there that deserve the justice too. And who's to say what those kids and what those families feel is justice? I'm just saying, think about that for a second. Before we automatically go, oh yeah, if you don't know what you'd do if you were in their shoes, well, I know for a fact I'd be mad. Yes, those thoughts would definitely race through my head. The world would be a lot better without that person in the world. But then instantly I'm thinking of the bigger picture. Because if he's connected, like I said, this is what the rumors are saying. So we're just riding off of the rumor conversation right now. If he really is as bad as he says he is, and what the rumors are saying, there are other kids, there are other people out there that could be connected to this situation. There could be a possibility that they could take down more than just this guy. And so by taking him from the planet, taking him from this world, yeah, sure, you're getting justice for yourself, what you consider justice, but what about those other victims? What about those other monsters that he could be working with? It's just something to think about. Again, some people think, hey, some people will disagree, and that's fine. That's fine. But I also think that there's a lot of these situations, there's a bigger picture. There's more to it. And you got to remember, this guy is in a position of power. This judge is a judge. You're telling me he didn't have connections? I'm just saying. Just saying. But let's take a look at this. We got some and actually I'm going to blow this up a little bit more. We do have some a press conference where he gives us a little bit of information. But again, like I said, it's the same thing. Hold up. Before we go into this, it's the same thing as Diddy. Diddy knows a lot more than what we know. There's so many other people, I'm sure, that are connected, not because they were victims of Diddy, but they were also people helping orchestrate the crimes that Diddy was committing. What are the possibilities of that actually happening with this judge? Again, this is not just some random guy that works at the McDonald's. And I'm not sitting here saying that's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. Baby, you flip the hell out of those burgers, okay? Flip the hell out of them burgers, okay? I'm not here judging that. I'm just talking about the position of power that this judge had. And if those allegations are true, there might be more going on than just him being a dirty, messed up individual. Something to think about. Just something to think about. He could be the connection to a whole world of people, powerful as well. that are now shut off because we don't have access anymore, because that man is not seeing the inside of a jail cell, not seeing the inside of a courtroom, and not seeing justice exacted by a jury of his peers and all that stuff as well. Just saying. Okay? Just saying those things really quick. But let's take a look at this. All right? Let's take a look at this this press conference. Like I said, this man right here most definitely was a bass in his glee club while he was in high school. Let's take a look.
Courthouse. Multiple law enforcement agencies from around the area, along with emergency services, responded to the area and located District Judge Kevin Mullins with several gunshot wounds. Life-saving measures were taken, however, were unsuccessful. He was pronounced deceased on scene by Letcher County Coroner's Office. At that time, preliminary investigation indicated that Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Sean Steins fired at District Judge Kevin Mullins following an argument inside the courthouse.
Now, was there any motive, or was this just, did he go there to do that, or what?
At this time, that's questions that we're still trying to get answers to. What led up to the actual shooting itself and the moments prior to.
Sir, did the shooting take place inside the judge's chambers?
That's correct.
Was anyone else present?
There was other people present inside the building as well.
But not inside the chambers?
Not that I'm aware of.
Is there video, a camera that's inside that chamber?
As far as I'm aware, I think there is video from within the facility.
Are you able to tell us where those gunshots were at?
As far as locations, I do not. That's information that I don't know. And again, that's stuff that will be uncovered and identified later on.
How many shots?
At this time, we don't know.
Did you speak to any of the witnesses you mentioned?
Me personally, I did not. Every witness that was inside the building will be interviewed as standard protocol throughout the investigation.
The sheriff turned himself in?
That's correct. He was arrested on scene without incident shortly after officials arrived.
Do we know if he's
personal?
At this time, I am unable to answer.
Do we know if he's cooperated yet?
As far as I know, yes.
Do we know what charges are pending?
Sheriff Steins was placed under arrest and transported to a correctional facility. He was charged with one count of murder in the first degree.
Now, will the sheriff's office have any, will they be helping out with this investigation?
The Kentucky State Police will take the lead on this. Post 13 detectives will be carrying the investigation.
I know schools were placed on lockdown in the area and students were held back. Is there any advice or what is going to go on tomorrow with schools or businesses that might be interested in closing, staying open?
So this was an isolated incident. We did place the school on temporary lockdown because we didn't know exactly what we were dealing with. Once we were here and was able to clear the scene and deemed that there was no further threat to public, we went ahead and released that lockdown and they went on about their day.
There are a lot of rumors going on social media right now, and it seems tensions might be high within this community. Is there anything that you can say to people right now?
We could use everybody's prayers, send prayers to the family that they get through this difficult time.
And from Laurel to Russell to
now, a couple takeaways really quick before we continue on. Okay, first things first. He's saying that this whole thing was an isolated incident, which obviously gives you some sort of insight on what's going on here. This was a targeted attack. He walked into this chambers with the judge. They got into some sort of verbal altercation. They got into an exchanging of words with each other, and then he pulled the trigger. Okay, so and then after this whole thing went down, he walked right out and surrendered. He got arrested without incident. Okay, so the thing is he knew exactly what he was going to do. He knew exactly what he was going to do. Why did he do it? We still don't fully know. Like I said, the rumor mill is out here rumor milling, but we don't know fully everything as of yet. And also the judge was gone at the scene. He was gone. He made sure, this sheriff made sure that when he pulled that trigger, he did not miss. He did not want this person to be alive anymore. Okay. Again, what is going on here and why did this go down the way it went down? And Sarah Dawn, Don't worry, I will be going over the rumor thing again here in just a little bit, okay? But this is what's been going on here, and this is what's been percolating out here in these streets, okay? Now, why didn't they get the whole amount of reward money? I don't know what you're talking about. You might be talking about a search. But anyway, no matter what, this is really crazy. This clearly was a personal matter. Now, I don't know if it was a situation of finances. It could have been finances. It could have been something even more sinister like what they're saying out here in these streets. It's just very interesting, okay? Let's go. And then Susie Q just said this too. She says, I disagree. It could have been a moment. It could have been at the moment. So it could have been a spur of the moment type of argument. And that he got so heated, he pulled out his weapon and pulled the trigger. That's a possibility too. That definitely is true too. That he walked in there going, "Hey, I need to speak to the judge." They let him in. He goes into his chambers. They go into a conversation, and he didn't like it. He didn't like the conversation. They end up getting into an altercation over it. Like I said, anything is possible, right? And maybe the sheriff is a hothead, and next thing you know, he didn't like the conversation that he was having with the judge. So he pulled out the weapon and bang, bang, bang. Anything's possible, right? Anything's possible. But, like I said, the rumor mill is rumor milling, and they're saying certain things that are pretty wild, at least within these allegations that are being said right now about the judge and about the sheriff. But like I said, they're also even saying that the judge is like he's pretty corrupt too. Or sorry, yeah, that the sheriff, I'm sorry. Did I say the judge? I don't know. But the sheriff is pretty corrupt as well. But that's just rumors, okay? That's just what's being said out here. But let's continue. Let's let him finish this press conference.
Now, Letcher County, what have these past couple of weeks been like for the state police?
Very busy. It's been very busy, but that's what we're here to do. We're going to carry out and do our jobs in the way we need to.
Do you know how much longer you guys might be out here?
We should be able to clear the scene within the next 30 minutes.
Any idea what's next for the sheriff? I mean, what does this community do without the sheriff?
That will be handled by somebody else in the days coming. But as of right now, we'll continue to carry out our investigation.
From my understanding, this is the first time something like this has happened in this area. Can you confirm that?
As far as I'm aware, I don't know of anything of this magnitude.
And then of talking just with people in this area, can you provide us, what are they saying to you? Are they angry? Are they sad?
As of right now, I've not had a chance to speak to very many people. It's been a very hectic and busy day. But this community is small in nature, and we're all shook.
And what are the next steps? I'm guessing submit for an autopsy report.
That's correct. There'll be an autopsy conducted in the days coming, and just follow up on all the leads and make sure we conduct a thorough investigation.
Was it the sheriff's service pistol?
That I do not know.
Do you anticipate that those people who were present will be helpful with the investigation?
I foresee so.
And do you know when the deputy was listed as a deputy here?
I'm sorry?
The sheriff, do you know when he was appointed to sheriff?
He has, I think, spent 2 terms, so going on around 8 years.
To make sure wasn't anyone else injured in this event?
There was no other injuries reported.
And where was he transported to?
I'm done.
To a correctional facility.
No specific location.
At this time, we're not going to release that information.
This is all we got, ma'am. Ma'am, this is all that we got, ma'am. Yeah.
We got to stick together and get through it one day at a time.
You mentioned an argument leading up to that. Do you have any information on the details on what
the details I do not have at this time. We know that it was an argument between the two that led up, but what exactly transpired prior to the shots being fired, still things that we're trying to get answers to.
How long have
Now, one thing I am kind of curious about is if there was an actual, I'm still here, guys. I don't know why the cam just went out like that. But hold on. Hold on, guys. Now here's the thing. I'm still here. I'm still here, guys. One of the things I am kind of curious about, okay? One of the things I am kind of curious about is if what actually happened here, right? And is there a camera? Could they show, or is there any web camera, surveillance camera in the room that shows this anything going on in this situation, right? It is, like I said, a very strange situation on how this all went down. So again, I'm very, very curious as to what actually happened here and why this conversation went the way it went. Now, hold on, before we go into more, like I was just looking at this here too, and they say, well, first off, they say, this, they heard a 911 caller reported shots being fired, inside the courthouse, and responders found Mullins with multiple GSWs. He had been hit in his chambers. Then they say this was following an argument inside the courthouse. Officials say they had not determined if Steins used his own weapon, his own duty weapon. He was taken into custody at the courthouse without incident. So literally, he surrendered. He was like, "Hey, I'm putting my piece down. You can take me. That's fine." So now they're also saying that Steins is cooperating with authorities conducting the investigation. Officials have said it's unclear if he even has an attorney, which I'm sure he has an attorney at this point as well. Okay. But they say a motive remains under investigation by the KSP. And again, I'm wondering what actually happened. And I'm sure there's cameras all over, even in that even in his chambers, I'm sure. That's literally what I mean. I think everything will be said or everything will be understood as soon as they're able to see the footage. And if that footage carries or captures audio as well, man, this is a wrap. Okay? This is a wrap. We'll find out exactly why he was yelling at Mullins, why Steins was yelling at Mullins, and why he pulled out his weapon and pulled the trigger multiple times. We would hear it right then and there because it's like, you owe me money. You know what I mean? Or, keep your hands off my child. Whatever the hell it is, it's going to be there. Okay? But if there isn't audio, then we'll just see the altercation, at least see physically what went down. But they were screaming at each other, allegedly, and then loud noises of a trigger being pulled, right? But crazy, y'all. Crazy. Let's continue on, though.
Had Judge Mullins been in his position?
That I'm not sure. I don't have that ready and available.
And is the body still inside?
No, it has been removed at this time.
Who appoints the sheriff? Like, who appoints? Who's going to become?
So as far as the process that's going to take place in the days, I'd let somebody else comment on that, and they would probably be better suited to answer that question for you.
Anything else you that we didn't ask?
This time, no.
Do you know?
Got nothing to say, Mario. Nothing to say.
I do not. That will probably not be scheduled until a later date.
And do you know if the body will be sent to Frankfurt?
To the medical examiner's office. That's correct.
Is the courthouse going to be shut down for any amount of time?
I have not been briefed on that. That is something that those officials will have to work through and decide what's best for not only the community, but the officials that work inside that building as well.
What can you tell us about the scene? Is it very gruesome?
Few more
As of right now, we don't have any of that information to share.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm so curious about everything that's going on here. And like I said, I know that people are asking about what are the rumors? What are the rumors, Myron? Myron, what are the rumors? We're going to talk about it. I know some of you girls were like, ew, when you heard his voice. Stop. How you doing, ma'am? Ew. Oh, my Lord. I'm done with you guys. But there are a few questions I have, and I know a lot of y'all have questiones as well. And so hold on. I want to pull up a few more things because like I said,
indicated that
this
sheriff.
This thing is so wild, and I'm still trying to make sense of this whole thing as well. I think we're all trying to make sense of the whole thing.
But first, we start you off with that shocking scene playing
Hold
out
on.
in a really small.
Come on, stop it! Shut up. Okay. I understand everybody and their mama is wanting to understand a little bit more of what's going on here. Okay. And I'm still trying to figure this out too. And of course, like I said, there's been rumors running amok out here. Everybody and their mama has been talking out here in these streets. I'm going to share that with you guys again here in a second. But first, Catherine, thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the family, Catherine. And just like Catherine, hey, consider becoming a member. Hit that join button down below. Support the channel if you can. Go check out Patreon. Patreon.com/The Pascal Show. We got some really great stuff coming up here. Oh, my Lord. It's going to be crazy. Okay. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord, ma'am. Ma'am. It's going to get crazy. So please go check out Patreon. Check out my membership down below. Okay. And check out PascalMerch.com. We got some really great stuff. Like I said, great t-shirts, great hoodies, all that stuff, graphic tees, you name it, we got it all. So get your butt over there and consume something, okay? Something to put on all over your body. I can say it now because we're not talking about Diddy, so I can say it like that, all right? So go check it out, PascalMerch.com. We got some really great stuff. Again, PascalMerch.com, all right? Now, interesting. Now, here's the thing. And of course, Rianne, thank you for gifting one membership. Thank you so much for giving the positivity. And like I always say, if you just got gifted by somebody was giving you some positivity, okay? Some positive vibes. So please do something positive for somebody else. Pay it forward, okay? Open the door for somebody. Say something nice to somebody. Call your mama. Tell her that you love her, you know? Tell your spouse or your partner or whoever they're just dope. You know, you don't have to say that they're dope. You don't have to literally say the word dope because maybe some of y'all don't say that. Maybe some of you guys are like, you're just real snazzy. Whatever the hell it is that you say, okay? Just show some love to the people that you love, okay, today, and just spread some positivity because there's just too much craziness going on in the world, all right? Just don't do the, yeah, honey, you're dope. And your honey is going to look at you going, what? I'm what? Where did you get that from? And then you're going to have to explain that you got it from me. And then that makes it weird. That makes it extremely awkward. Okay? So use whatever you say, you know? I'm just flabbergasted on how snazzy you look today. Whatever the hell it is. Just say it with positivity and say it with love. That's all I'm asking for. Okay? Now, let us continue with our show. We got a little bit more. I want to play this with this too. Yeah. See, don't blame it on me. Okay? Okay? Blame it on the rain. You know, blame it on the rain. Blame it on anything else except me. Like I said, you can go, hey, you look real snappy today. Looking real snappy. You know, or you can go, marvelous, baby, simply marvelous. Whatever it may be, just, you know, say it in your own personal vernacular. All right? Just say it positively. Moving on, though. Shout out to News Nation for this clip. We're going to take a look at this video here, too. Because like I said, people are still trying to understand what the hell's going on. Oh, I forgot. Let me show you what I was going to share with you guys again, because some of you guys are wondering what is the rumor. Before we go into the News Nation piece, here it is. All right. They said, of course, people in the streets are saying Sheriff Emmed, unalived by a judge. This is bonkers. Then there's photos taken. Photos of Steins, I guess, and his daughter. And it says, y'all better stop messing with our children. And continues, locals are saying, the judge was infamous for messing with littles. You know, I got to use these code words, but you can read right there in black and white right there. I know you guys can't see it, but it's up on my YouTube, okay? But clearly, they're saying, allegedly, streets are saying, judge was messing about with littles. of the female kind. The judge was R-ing his underage daughter. I have no sympathy for him. And then, of course, the other one says, if the rumors about the judge are true, then the sheriff should be given an award instead of being arrested. So again, if these rumors are absolutely true, this is crazy. He did his own version of street justice, y'all. If the rumors are true. So let's get into News Nation. Shout out to News Nation for this. Let's hear what they got to say about all of this.
But first, we start you off with that shocking scene playing out in a really small Kentucky courthouse. A two-term sheriff, now behind bars this morning, accused of killing a judge inside his own chambers. Police say Judge Kevin Mullins was shot multiple times after an argument. Sheriff Mickey Steins now facing a first-degree murder charge. Nick is following the latest here. Nick, I don't think I have ever heard anything like this before. What more do we know about the investigation?
Authorities on the ground tell us that, Marky, this is a really tight community where everyone knows everyone. Police say...
Hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to fix this. It seems a little choppy a bit, okay? But he's saying this is a small town, you know, where everybody knows each other. It's like Cheers, where everybody knows your name, you know what I mean? But a town version of it, right? So, hey, Vinton, Cletus. I know that's... Do people still name their children Cletus? I'm asking for a friend. No, I'm asking for myself. Damn all that. I'm asking for myself. Do they still call children Cletus out here? Anyone, take your time. I won't judge. You're safe here. If you literally named your child Cletus, it's okay. I'm not here to judge. I will embrace you. In fact, the entire chat will embrace you with nothing but love. But I am curious. Anyone named Cletus out there? Anyone? Moving on.
Knows everyone. Police say witnesses heard multiple gunshots ring out just before 3 p.m. following an argument between Judge Kevin Mullins and the local sheriff in the judge's chambers. Witnesses say the suspect charged in this murder is rural Letcher County, Kentucky Sheriff Sean Steins. Steins surrendered to state police without incident and is said to be cooperating with the investigation. Now, News Nation's Ashley Banfield spoke to State Trooper Matt Gayheart, who says the shooting has rocked the Eastern Kentucky community.
It's just a tragic situation. It's not something that we ever want to deal with in the first place, but we definitely don't want to deal with it again.
Was the sheriff in tears? Did he have a look on his face? Could you describe that?
As far as explaining, there's so much stuff going on, so many different things happening at one time, it would be hard to put into words.
The trooper adding that there were about 50 witnesses in the courthouse at the time, and investigators are working to interview all of them. The county prosecutor recused himself and his office from the investigation. Get this, because his wife and Judge Mullins' wife are sisters. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, who's...
Hold on. What? Whoa. Let me roll that back. Hold on. I need to make sure that makes sense. What? Okay, so they brother-in-laws? So they happen to be brother-in-laws? This got thicker than a snorkel. Hold on for a second. They what? His wife and the judge's wife are sisters? Oh, this is getting, hold on. I'm rolling it back a little bit further back so we can lead up to that surprise, but damn. So this is a family affair. And if the rumors are true, goo. Okay?
Is in the courthouse at the time, and investigators are working to interview all of them. The county prosecutor recused himself and his office from the investigation. Get this, because his wife and Judge Mullins' wife are sisters. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, whose father, Steve, appointed Judge Mullins to the bench in 2009, said on X that he'd been briefed on the incident, adding that he's praying for a better path forward and for tomorrow.
Hold on. I'm running that back one more time. I'm running it back a little bit further back. I know a lot of y'all want to hear the voice anyway, you know, ma'am, because the voice shows up in this news clip with Banfield. Howdy, ma'am. And y'all like, yeah. So I'm going to play a little bit of that because I need to hear the lead up one more again, because that's crazy.
As far as explaining, there's so much stuff going on, so many different things happening at one time, it would be hard to put into words.
The trooper adding that there were about 50 witnesses in the courthouse at the time, and investigators
50.
are working to interview all of them. The county prosecutor.
So there was a lot of people in the courthouse. 50 individuals were in the courthouse during this time, during this situation, during this whole situation that went down, okay, during this tragedy. All right, for those of y'all who are on TikTok. And also, that was a piece of information that I missed as well. This is nuck and futz. Let's continue on.
Prosecutor recused himself and his office from the investigation. Get this, because his wife and Judge Mullins' wife are sisters.
The prosecution, not the actual sheriff, the prosecution. So I wanted to make that abundantly clear. I'm going to roll that back. But the prosecution had to remove themselves from the situation because the prosecutor is the judge's brother-in-law. So I want to make that abundantly clear.
Himself and his office from the investigation. Get this, because his wife and Judge Mullins' wife are sisters.
That's
Kentucky
crazy.
Governor Andy Beshear, whose father, Steve, appointed Judge Mullins to the bench in 2009, said on X that he'd been briefed on the incident, adding that he's praying for a better path forward and for tomorrow. As of this morning, the suspect, Sheriff Sean Steins, has not entered a plea. Details behind the argument and what provoked the shooting, Markey, remain under investigation.
Yeah.
Now, I misheard that, so I want to make that abundantly clear. It's the prosecutor who's the brother-in-law to the judge. So I just want to make that abundantly clear. That is crazy, though, that's how small town this town is. This is how small the town really, really is. That's crazy. All right. So he stepped out because this is his brother-in-law. Wow.
Just a shocking story. Now you have a small town without a sheriff and a judge. So you know they're scrambling right now. Nick, thank you so much. Thanks for watching.
That's still insane, right? Still very, very insane that you have that any of this has gone down the way it's gone down. And of course, yes, this is, let's be real. Okay. Let's be real. This is typical small town stuff. You've seen this and heard this in so many different movies as jokes, right? The mortician happens to be the beautician. He happens to be the DJ, also the MC, and he's the priest, and he's the bartender. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that whole thing, that whole joke, that ongoing joke of how small a small town really is. You got the man who wears many, many hats type ish, and that's the ongoing gag, right? Well, in this particular situation, yeah, this guy, I'm sure a lot of these people are going to be connected. There's going to be an interweaving, if you will, throughout the judicial system, period. So that's crazy. That we found out that the prosecution or the prosecutor is the actual brother-in-law of the actual judge. Scary stuff, wild stuff, tragic stuff too. Because again, like I said, if the rumors are true and this actually went down because of something very sinister going on, and if this is really true, what these allegations that are being said, what these rumors are saying, if those are anywhere near any way, shape, or form true, then this is a very, very crazy and unfortunate situation. Now, I did put a poll up on YouTube. And so, wow, it's crazy. It has split the room. But I'm going to end the poll really quick. 51%. I said, if the rumors are true, do you think it was justified? 51% of y'all said yes, it was justified. And 49% of y'all say no. He should have seen trial. It's literally almost straight down the middle, which is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Now, again, unbelievable stuff, guys. I do believe, I know that you guys put up your thoughts. 51% of you think that if the rumors are true, that this was absolutely justified. I'm going to tell you this. If the rumors are true, which I'm going to explain here, Alex, on TikTok, if the rumors are true that the judge was doing unthinkable, disturbing things with littles and happened to be doing this unthinkable, disturbing thing to the sheriff's daughter, I still don't think it's justified. Personally, I still do not think it is absolutely justified. I just don't. The reason why I say this is no one should be taking the law into their own hands in this type of way at all. Bring him to justice. Arrest the guy. Get him, get the justice served to him. Unaliving him rids the opportunity to open up a potential can of worms and expose the deep-seated underbelly of that small town. Because there could be other lurkers, there could be other monsters hiding in plain sight, working alongside this guy. We're looking at the same thing with Diddy and his organization, his enterprise. Remember? So when you see something like this, it's like, for me, I strongly recommend you guys going into my secondary channel and seeing what I talked about, because apparently Diddy's on S-Watch right now. And I even said, no, we need Diddy to survive. We do not want him to suddenly just, lose his life like J.E., right? I think this is really, really important because he could be connected to something more. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the situation with the Oklahoma situation back in the day. I'm forgetting the name. There's so many cases that we cover. It's crazy. But the one where he took those kids out into the field and then unalived all of them, including the mom and all of her kids and all that stuff, right? And we found out that there was so much going on literally underneath the house, that he recently dug out a pond in the backyard. And yes, Jesse McFadden. Thank you, Jesse McFadden. Jesse McFadden. Remember that? And remember all the content, external hard drives, all this stuff. Clothing that had red on it, if you get what I'm saying. Really bad stuff throughout this entire house. There was paraphernalia of the substance paraphernalia all over the house. There were chains and stuff literally drilled into the coffee tables and the countertops of the kitchen. These kids were put through some serious ish, and they had hard drives, computers, etc., phones, all this stuff just laying about. Of course, the man was gone, but there's they found him unalive. But at the same time, there's an opportunity there to deep dive into that house, into the content, and find out if he was selling those things online to some sort of dark web group of people. So it's the same thing as this in a situation like this and with Diddy. Because you know for a fact, with people who are in positions of power, they could very well be working alongside somebody, working underneath somebody, working over somebody with a whole, they could be the awning of something huge, overseeing all of this crazy stuff. Like I said, getting this man taken out of this planet like this without actually unearthing more stuff is, in my personal opinion, wrong. Same thing with JE. Exactly, Panda. Same thing on TikTok. Thank you. Same thing with JE. He had his little island, right? His own little fantasy island. The plane, right? He had his own thing. There's a laundry list of celebrities and names that went over there and had the time of their lives. Probably illegal. Let's be real. That list, that JE list, is probably crazy. So like I said, there's so much more than just doing street justice. It's more than just that, y'all. It's more than just going boom, boom, pew, pew. Okay? I'll have what she's having, pew, pew. I know that's not the right saying, but you know what I'm saying. Not right. Because it could stop. Now that he's gone, and if the rumors are true, it could stop dead in its tracks with this guy. So yes, God forbid if I was ever in this sheriff's shoes, and if this rumor is true, man, I'd be thinking all kinds of crazy things. But then at the same time, if it unearthed more and got more mother lovers thrown behind bars, then I feel justified. Then I'd feel really justified. Because at the end of the day, do you know what they do with little PDFs in the prison system? Like I said, if the rumors are true, and this man actually saw out a trial and was judged and found and was and a verdict came out guilty, he'd be in that prison wearing Kool-Aid lipstick, holding the inside pocket of a man named Toby. He'd be tossed around like crazy, and he'd be getting the justice that I also think is well deserved. But that's just me, though. Like I said, I would sleep so well at night knowing that son of a gun, that kind of monster, was locked up, and he had to literally constantly have to look over his shoulder. Just saying. So again, we'll see what happens here. But this is still ongoing. This is still developing. I am here for the information. If the rumors are true, I understand the pain and the anger and the I understand the anger and the pain and the need to exact justice. But this is not the way to do it. That's just what I think. It's just not. That's just what I think. But that is the show, guys. I appreciate all y'all for being here. Really means a lot. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching on the TikTok, the YouTubes, and all the other places that we are live in right now. I know some of you guys were like, wanted to see the shirt. So there it is. Blammo. Okay. Piece of the puzzle. A piece of the puzzle. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But still, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. Yeah. This may be up there soon. Maybe. On the PascalMerch.com. It may be up soon. We're working on some new stuff. We got a gang of new stuff, y'all, coming very, 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 very soon. Okay, so keep an eye out. I'll let you guys know about all that. All right, but please do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Crush it, man. Crush it. Crush that like button down below. Hit that reaction button if you're watching on other platforms like the TikTok. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that follow button. Follow me here. Okay, follow me on here on the TikTok. Hit that follow button on Facebook, X/Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to crush that subscribe button here on my main channel. Please go over to my secondary channel. I got a new video out talking about this whole thing with Diddy. Please go check it out. Go over there. I most likely will be doing a live later on this afternoon talking about some new stuff going on with Diddy because there's been a lot. No, I'm going to be off. This is Dolphin. I'm going to be off for a little bit, but I'll be back on in a couple hours. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. Hit that subscribe button here. Go to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Go check out the new video I just dropped. Please and thank you. Go hit that join button down below. Become a member. Please and thank you. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/The Pascal Show. Hit that Patreon. Check it out. And check out pascalmerch.com. We got some really great stuff over there. Literally, you're going to love it. So go there, check it out. And we got some new stuff coming in very, very soon. And yeah, there's going to be more updates on Diddy for sure. And I'll be popping out new pop-up videos on the second channel as well. Trust, you don't want to miss out today because it's going to be insane. There's a lot to talk about. All right. But I appreciate all y'all for being here. We'll be talking soon. If there's any more developments on this, we will be talking about it very soon when there's more information dropping. Anyway, okay. I will be talking to you guys soon. All right. Make sure that notification bell is set to all on both channels. So you know whenever I upload or whenever I go live, because it is random. Anyway, it is time to get going. Much love to you guys. We'll be talking very soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. See you guys soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.